Definitely saw some videos of guys who'd literally just taken Andrew Luck.
Yeah.
And then they saw the news on the crawl.
And they're losing their mind.
Like during the Florida-Miami game.
We say it every year, though, and this isn't because of some injury in the last week, but there were injuries this week. Lamar Miller out for the season, torn ACL.
Yep.
Why draft 3 weeks before the season?
It's lunacy.
I think it's okay now.
You're good now.
Because they're going to play the backups.
I mean, I had one pro draft last night, but then I turned on the TV and I saw the Steelers and the Titans were playing. I was like, oh, I drafted Juju. I hope he doesn't play.
Right.
And, of course, it was the second half, and I didn't recognize any of the players, and there were 20 people in the stadium in Tennessee, and I said, this is a horrible product. I'm not going to watch it any longer.
It's amazing, though, that Andrew Luck, at his age, could retire. Part of me thinks if he has a mental reset in a year or two, maybe he'd come back, but probably not.
He doesn't seem like that type.
Calvin Johnson, I always go to Calvin Johnson. He was in his prime, and he retired and hasn't come back. And with Andrew Luck,
he's a different kind of guy.
It's amazing, though, the fate of a team. Like, they were a Super Bowl contender.
Yeah. Well, people still
There's
seem
only
to
so
think
many teams that can knock off the Patriots in the AFC.
People still seem to think that they're going to be good, but we'll see. I mean, obviously, Brissett's not Andrew Luck.
If you got locked in on the under season wins, I think it was 9.5, which has been taken off the board in almost every spot. I mean, you're loving it.
Except apparently not the Borgata. Did you see that story?
Kept up for
a while, yeah, and some guy cobbled together a few $1,000.
He pounded the under real good.
Yeah, I got the under like within 20 minutes of the announcement.
Smart.
I don't know why the Borgata left it up on the board, but they were just slow it. I don't get that.
Seems kind of crazy.
But yeah, I guess the idea is Frank Reich was the guy, right, that helped the Eagles when they lost Wentz, and they helped Nick Foles win the Super Bowl. So I guess there's some thought, well, he's been dealt a hand similar to this before and been successful. They've got a good team. We'll see. Jury's still out on him.
Possible. Look, Luck's a guy who carried that team when it didn't have much help at all. Took a ton of hits.
Yeah.
Was an incredible guy in the pocket, even out of the pocket, making plays. Without Andrew Luck, I feel like they're out of it in terms of getting out of the AFC.
I think most people think that's the consensus.
To me, if the Patriots are going to go down, it's going to be up to the Chiefs or the Chargers.
Right.
Who else you got in the AFC? It's going to knock them off.
I mean, those seem like the most qualified to do it at this point.
By the way, they beat them both last year.
Yeah. I'm guessing the Colts with Andrew Luck weren't going to take down the Patriots, most likely.
Although they've been getting stronger in the last year or two in terms of support for him. They actually got a better line. It's just unfortunate if you're a Colts fan.
Yeah, it's you don't ever want a guy to be in pain though, right? So if the guy's been in constant pain for the last 4 years, maybe if he goes through a year where he gets this, let's say it's a high ankle sprain, it takes months. Maybe in a couple months he goes 10 months without pain. Maybe he reconsiders. But he really does seem like a different guy.
He does.
I mean, he owns a flip phone. He's not into like sort of a lot of the modern conveniences. Doesn't seem to really care.
He's got an Amish beard like AWOD.
He's already married. He's made over $100 million. I mean, what's there to do? He's got a great life.
Pretty resolute.
Yeah, and you think about it, like a guy like Jim Brown retired at 29, and you saw limps around. You see all the guys every year at the Pro Football Hall of Fame ceremony, how they're limping around. He doesn't want to live that life. You can't blame him.
And Luck had a lacerated kidney at one point. He's had internal organs affected by the game.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
His shoulder, his ankle.
Since the last 4 years have been not fun.
Practiced 3 times in the last year.
Owe me with my liver and my kidneys.
It's weird, though, because a week ago you would see these highlights where I guess he wasn't officially practicing with the team, but he was bouncing around, working on his
testing
stuff, and he looked pretty good.
Oh, yeah, he's a freak athlete. But I think he was testing it.
But these guys make so much money that you would actually think that this might become more commonplace, which brings us back to the Trent Williams here in Washington, where you're now less than 2 weeks until the regular season. All this talk about, well, he's going to miss these game checks. He's going to feel it. Maybe he's not going to feel it because let's just say he's made close to $100 million a career. Let's say he hasn't even been very good, but he saved $10 million out of the $100 million. He's got $10 million in the bank. Don't you think you could get along with $10 million? Of
course. I think you probably could live the rest of your life off the interest from $10 million.
I'm going to bet that he's financially safe.
So it's not like he can't go to the grocery store and buy groceries. It's not like it's just play money in a way. It's extra money that you're piling up It's not money that's going to affect your day-to-day life. So is he going to feel it? Not really.
That was my point. I tweeted that yesterday. And Andrew Luck so far has made $97 million in his career. Trent Williams has made 95.
Yeah, I mean, what if Trent's what if he's actually been good with his money?
Yeah.
If he's been really good with his money and he's got
he can just be average,
$50 million or more.
Well, he's definitely not going to feel it. Like if he just says, you know what, it's week 1, I should be playing, could play, but I'm just going to go on vacation. Can I afford it? Oh yeah, I can afford it. He can afford it every week the rest of his life.
You know, they talk about Trent, maybe missing $12 million or whatever the hell it is this year or next year. Andrew Luck has turned his back on $60 million. $60 million.
I heard somebody actually say, I don't know where they came up with this figure, but they said that Andrew Luck, maybe they were looking at future contracts, maybe walking away from $500 million.
Possible.
Where'd they come up with that?
Possible.
Well, I'm sure it's future earnings and endorsements that they're calculating.
If Kirk Cousins signs a 3-year deal for $90 million plus, if they had him playing until 40, 10 more years, he probably would have had a couple of $100 million in salaries.
Yeah, and endorsements and everything, and go to the Hall of Fame. I think you take the Hall of Fame out now. I don't think you can go to the Hall of Fame.
No, because he never won anything. He got them to an AFC
just at that position.
Game.
I mean, Jim Brown retired at 29, but he was freaking Jim Brown. Barry Sanders retired at 31. Gronk's going to the Hall of Fame, but it's a different position. He retired at 29. There's just more guys who are doing it, It sucks because we like to watch him play, but you can't ask a guy to be in constant pain.
No.
It's just crazy,
and
especially when you've already made your money.
A lot of people tweeted us at Junks Radio who had RG3 lasting longer than Andrew Luck. You're doing on the field.
Of course, nobody did.
RG3 is going to outlast Andrew Luck if Luck doesn't come back. But he's never going to get to the amount of touchdowns Andrew Luck has or yards because he's not going to play.
He can play for 100 years and wouldn't reach Andrew Luck's numbers.
Yeah. This is how it works. Whatever. I mean, I don't think Robert's taking any extra glee in any of this. You know what I mean?
And he was very gracious. He tweeted to Andrew Luck. I understand it.
It is a shame that Colts fans reacted the way they did. I understand the frustration, but the booing was definitely not a great look. But some people are defending the fans because they're emotional and they bought tickets and everything. That's fine, but definitely not a great look.
Now, the booers are generally my people. That was a bad look for the booers.
Yeah.
Clearly,
you know me. I'm way anti-booing.
Misplaced booing. I mean, come on. That guy's been nothing but a class act for your organization.
Nothing but class.
On the way off the field.
Nothing but class.
Do you think Luck looks into who the leaker was to Adam Schefter?
I don't think he cares. Why would he care?
Well,
he doesn't strike me as that tight.
It was an unfortunate situation because they were planning to talk about it after. He had to deal with it. Not after that game, I guess, in a day or two.
You can't keep anything secret.
It's probably the GM. It's probably Ballard or somebody. I mean, as soon as he told the team, I'm sure it gets out.
Supposedly he told Brissett a couple days before.
Man, maybe it was him.
Brissett tells somebody.
My guy. It could be anybody.
I thought he was telling the team after the game.
Yeah.
That nobody knew.
Yeah, but he might have confided in Brissett. Because he's quarterback.
There's a lot of people, and I'm starting to come around on it a little bit. I blame Schefter a little bit. He could have waited 30 minutes, 45 minutes.
You have a scoop that big.
Why would he wait on it? Why would you wait?
Well, because they said that reporters do this all the time, where they weigh the impact of their story, right? And obviously his job is, I get it, his job is to break news. But he has this story, and he has to weigh, now, what's going to happen if I break this news? He sees Andrew Luck's on the sideline. It's just it was a very unusual.
I break it 100 times out of 100.
You would?
100. Yeah. That's huge. That's massive. If I know that for a fact, I'm hitting that Twitter so fast.
I'm just annoyed that everyone's calling the Colts fans hillbillies and morons and all this stuff.
It's just not fair. That's my general position of booing.
It happens in every city.
Everybody that boos is that anyway. Now you're really looking like a hillbilly and a buffoon.